Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Michelle Flawless. So today I'm going to be talking about when I nearly died in Resus. Very sad time. It's going to be a very sad story. There's something going on at this moment in time with the Explorer returns. So hello fella, my darling, if you're watching. I wish you all the happiness in the world, especially for you and your family and your new home. And I hope that if this is cancer that you've got on your brain, I hope that you can try and battle it the best way that you can. And I hope the song that Michelle has sung out for you, darling, today, Arms of the Angel, will heal you and will help you in aid of your recovery. So yeah, let's talk about the story time in Resus when I almost died. So a few years ago now, I used to mix with all the wrong type of batty boys, and I used to get high. Batty boys, I mean pufters, gay men. Aren't they lovely? No, they're not. I go for bisexual men or straight men, hence why I got a lovely straight man of a boyfriend. I think of going up in the world with Johnny. Well, he's bisexual and he's a policeman. Yes, he is. And, well, a police custody sergeant. But I can't wait to see him. So that'll be very soon. But I won't be wearing my makeup when he's here because I just like to be, like, I think it would, like, not saying it would scare him, but I think it would just be too much for him, do you know what I mean? He's used to see me as Matthew in the gay sauna, do you know what I mean? So we'll stick to a Matthew. But for this video, we'll be Michelle, and we're going to talk about my time in Resus. So, time flies, doesn't it? Blimey. So it's about 13 years ago now. I got raced to a hospital just on the outskirts of Birmingham. And I was on a night where I met these gay men. I met them on Grindr. I went to the home. They were some scally lads. Love scally lads, got no problem with them. But they weren't nice to me. I was in their home. I was with these other two mixed race men as well. They were both getting high in the living room, as you do when gay men take drugs. And I just remembered there being this really fit guy that was straight / bisexual. There was like a line of like chubby lads there that wanted to get their dick sucked for the first time by some gay men that were in the room. And that's fine, I don't mind that. It's up to them all. Michelle did, and she gave one of them that best of a fucking blowjob. He actually turned gay the previous week and got a boyfriend. Must be doing something right in this world. But anyways, it's a true story. So yeah, this guy basically came into the kitchen and he was really anxious. Now, if you're anxious about taking drugs, or you've got some kind of learning disability like me, or you don't want to take drugs, I highly recommend that you just don't take drugs in the first place. Do you know what I mean? You just don't take drugs, especially if you suffer from panic attacks and you cannot deal with that particular panic attack, then you just don't take drugs. So I remember there being this fit guy, a bit like my boyfriend, going in front of me in the kitchen, and he basically went to get slammed. So if you don't know what slamming is where it's illegal, but who cares? But slamming is like what they do when you're in hospital and you're unwell. So like the nurse would come along and she would obviously inject you with like this needle. And this needle, when she injects you, obviously, is like full of fluids or whatever, and save argument's sake, like saline solution, that's the word, to obviously make you better. And it's on like this hypodermic drip, isn't it, that hangs up. I think they call it hypodermic drip or whatever I want to call it, but it's a drip that hangs up on the thing, right? And it drips down, and it basically is full of saline solution that goes through your veins, and it cleanses your body of all the bacteria, and it gets rid of infection, right? Been in hospital a few times in the past, so I know what I'm talking about. And then when they refused years ago, when I used to live in Birmingham, oh my God, I thought the healthcare treatment down here was really bad. But thank God they have closed Birmingham City Hospital down. Yes, they have. We'll be talking about that in a different video. But recently, Birmingham City Hospital has closed down. But do you want to know something funny? Michelle has claimed all the door closers. I called him up, said, excuse me, hello, I would like the door closers, please. I saw an urban explore on somebody else's YouTube channel of them exploring Birmingham City Hospital that's being knocked down, by the way. Yes. And yeah, I've claimed all the door closers. So I've got the numbers of the contractors, and I'm just waiting for the contractors to call me now. So when I've got their number, I've got to go all the way down to Birmingham to get all these door closers, all 600 of them, maybe. I don't know how many it's going to be. It'll be fucking loads. But yeah, so anyways, basically, yeah, I ended up in Resus. But this, because of this guy around this house, there was two mixed race men, and what this guy did, this fit guy like my boyfriend, he was on a chair and he went to slam him. So as he went to slam him and put the drugs in his vein, it was like MCAT, right? Which is really strong. Do not, please guys, if you're watching this video, share this video, like this video, please, my darlings. Do not inject drugs into your veins. It's amazing the first time I did it, when my heart was strong, when my body was able to deal with that rush and cope with that rush and intensity and everything like that. But now my body is just fucked from it. 7 years later, I still struggle. I still have bad anxiety. I had severe drug-induced psychosis for 12.5 years, and that's been hell. There's even been times where I've nearly fitted, had a seizure, and nearly died after being from Resus. Yeah, that's not me taking any drugs. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, bruv? So anyways, yeah, this guy that was really fit got injected with MCAT. And I'll tell you what happened. So he rolled his sleeve up and you get this needle. And he went into his vein about there. I've got veins now because years ago I didn't have veins, right? But he went in there into his vein, went like that, into his vein. And yeah, long story short, he got slammed. And then afterwards he looked at me like he looked at me like with so much anxiety and fear. Like, this guy, after he'd been slammed, knew that he had done the wrong thing. But I hate to say, once you've been slammed, I'm not saying you might as well kiss goodbye to your life, but you might as well kiss goodbye to sanity for the next 6 hours, because after you were slammed, regardless of what substance you've put in you, whether it's illegal or not, you do not have any control over that. And that is what I nearly died from. And this bloke that was fit as fuck, like my boyfriend, that had these drugs before me, I tell you what happened. The tourniquet came off. So we'll do an example. Excuse my table, darling, of goodies. Got to tidy it up when my boyfriend comes down. We have... Oh, we're smelling delightful today, my darlings. We will smell like a rhubarb crumble. No, I smell like... What do I smell like? I smell like raspberry and peaches and strawberries. I smell lovely. Look at that lovely makeup, my darlings. So yeah, I basically saw this guy go from normal, but was fit as fuck, to panic attack mode within 10 minutes. And I had to put my hands on his arms, and I had to mother him, and I had to calm him down, because after he was slammed, he put his hand in the air, and he was like... And the guy there was a dickhead because he was laughing after he'd had this rush. Now, if you don't know what a rush is something where you've obviously been injected with a drug, which is obviously too strong. And this guy asked specifically before he was slammed, not for the drug to be too strong, right? When I've been slammed, there was a guy that I used to hang about with called Jonathan Palmer from Birmingham. Hi, Jonathan Palmer, if you're watching. We used to see each other years ago, but he just used to become very angry and confrontational after I used to obviously talk too much when I was high. I did, not gonna lie. I did. Michelle here, she spoke a bit too much when she was high and got a bit scatty and was just all over the place, do you know what I mean? And that's not healthy, right? So this guy basically ended up getting mothered by me, because if I was not there, and if I was not there to obviously like comfort him and give him a hug and help him through that high, I think he would have died. Yeah, because the high was too intense for him and he was panicking, like proper panicking. Please guys, if you're watching this video and you want to do drugs, do not take drugs. Drugs will kill you. My heart's fucked. Everyone's born with a natural fast heart rhythm and a strong heart. My heart isn't strong anymore. It used to be like that sensation that you get that you're born with naturally. Gone. 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 Literally gone. Worn away from coke. I used to inject 1.5, well, I used to get through 1 gram of coke a week. Yeah. I used to get through a lot of cocaine a week with a friend called John in Birmingham. I used to go to his. We used to have lots of gay chem sex. Not going to lie, I wasn't a slag. Just met up with this one particular bloke that I used to go with. And we had lots of fun. Really hot, passionate fun. But me and my boyfriend are going to have a lot more fun. Without drugs, do you know what I mean? Yeah. The gay chems party that I went to cost me my life. My heart was racing. I wasn't able to slow my heart down. And then in Resus, they turned around and said to me, Matthew? I was like, yeah. They were like, we have found too much methamphetamine in your blood. Now, what that is obviously that's part of the drug, which is meth. They found too much meth in my blood. And what's happening was my blood had started to curdle. Basically, my blood went fucking purple, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, bruv? So my blood was curdling. Yeah. My ears went purple. I just remember laying in the bed and the nurse in Birmingham City Hospital that I was in at the time looked at the assistant, because they were very good in treating me. Birmingham City Hospital was an amazing place, and they were very overworked and understaffed. So not that they didn't want to be nice to anyone, but like the hospital had a bit of a bad reputation. But hey ho, they did help me out back in the day, and they did save my life. Because when I came through one night from Birmingham Hospital and I was high as hell, I was actually put on the operating table, and they nearly had to my heart because I was that bad. I was freaking out. I was high. There was pins and needles going all over my body. I could not move. And West Midlands police were even laughing at me when I was in the hospital and I was fitting in a hospital bed. I mean, how fucking unprofessional is that, bruv? Do you know what I mean? I can't stand police. I actually can't. I can't stand police anymore. I get police, obviously, if I need fucking police. But I deal with it in other ways now. I stab fucking someone or I fucking knock them out. That's how I deal with things now. I'll get my boyfriend to sort it out, who's a policeman. Yeah, I will. Just get your boyfriend to deal with it. I will do. I think I will. But yeah, so the policemen were all laughing at me when I was in Birmingham City Hospital and I got admitted and I was fitting in a hospital bed. I was fitting for a good half an hour. And then I just remember calling one of the nurses over. So I was like, nurse, come over, please. Can you help me? Can you help me? I don't feel well. I don't feel well. I don't feel well. And then when I was tripping on drugs, because if you don't know what tripping is where you will see things that aren't there, that are just completely fucked up things. And I've seen the devil in my life. I really have. I was screaming, the devil has got me. The devil is killing me. The devil, help me, help me. The devil has got me. That is what I was shouting. And technically, drugs are the devil's work, so makes sense really, doesn't it? But yeah, I just completely went numb all over. I had pins and needles all over my chest, all over my body, all over my legs. Yeah, I've still not been right to this day. My nerves in all my body are just fucked. I refuse to wear full face makeup because it just makes my face go numb. After having that injection and this guy, like he did at this guy's house, it was too strong. So if you ever go to a gay chems party, because lots of men do, and there's drugs on the table, please be careful. I'm not telling you not to take any drugs because that's up to you, it's your own choice. But please be careful how much you take, because that could be the last day you're alive. And unfortunately, one of my best friends from Birmingham, when I moved up here to Scotland, I've recently been told, because someone contacted me on Facebook a few weeks ago, he's recently passed away. Yeah, I tried to talk him out of drugs, but he just unfortunately got into drugs and kept taking coke. And I was one of his friends. And I kept taking coke as well. And I'm glad that I looked to God. I'm glad that I said to God, please help me. Like, I had no parents. My parents had disowned me at the time. But I was crying in a hospital bed all by myself. I should not have had to go through that pain. Nobody deserves to be high as hell and dying. And that's what I went through. That is what I went through. I was on my own in Birmingham City Hospital in a bed. I was shaking. I was fitting. I could not make sense of anything or anyone. And I just remember being in Birmingham City Hospital for a good week and a half, 2 weeks. I was even admitted to a different hospital on the outskirts of Birmingham. Over Christmas. No, this wasn't Birmingham, this was Norwich, sorry. When I was in Norwich, they admitted me to a different hospital in Norwich over Christmas time to try and sort the arrhythmia and the problems out of my heart. And I hate to say it, guys, I'm still not right. I'm still not right. My heart palpitations, I do not know what is wrong with my heart palpitations, but they seem to be coming on more frequently now. They just come on all the time, and there's not a way I can control them. You know what I mean? I wish there was a way that I knew how to control them, but they just come on. Like, do you know what I mean? They just do come on, and like when they come on, I know about it because there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? So it does upset me. It does piss me off. But sometimes in life, you just got to bite the bullet and get on with your life. And yes, I am. And get on with my life. I think my mental state... A dirty bastard, Yob just spat on the floor. I think my mental state is improving. I am getting there. I am a lot more stronger than I used to be. I'm a lot more confident than I used to be. And this is going to sound awful, but I do apologise. I've always said to myself, if I ever do die from a stroke or something like that, then I can say to myself in my life, at least I've tried. I'm not the perfect person. I've never been the perfect person. Bloody tooting. I've never been the perfect person. Do you know what I mean? A very misunderstood person from England, yeah. But I'm glad I stopped drugs when I did. Because if I didn't stop drugs back then when I did, when my doctor warned me to, I would not be here. I would not be here. For the last few years, I've had a very bad problem with my potassium level. My potassium level has been everywhere. I don't know what is wrong with my potassium level. 1 minute it's up, next minute it's down, then it's fucking not there, then it's just shit. I do not know what is wrong with my potassium level. 1 minute it's there, 1 minute it's okay. I have to have the ambulance out some nights, not all the time, but just some nights. And the ambulance here in Scotland is amazing. When I need help, they're here within an instant. They help me. You know what I mean? Back in England, they wouldn't help me because they didn't give a shit. But I'm very lucky, very fortunate. I'm in close contact with my heart practitioner now in Edinburgh. They're not that good down here when it comes to sorting hearts out and stuff, because the hospitals down here don't have thousands of pounds of money, a bit like London does or other countries, do you know what I mean? So they do rely on every single bit of money and funding that they can get, but I think they deal with every heart patient the best way that they can. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I think by the end of this year or next year, I think I'm going to have either an operation on my heart for a stent or a pacemaker. So I let my boyfriend aware of that. He knows I've got a heart condition, but I think that's coming, because there's days, especially after COVID, I don't have COVID anymore, but there's days I come home and my heart's just, but my heart's not a strong heart. So my heart is just it's there, but it's doing this, do you know what I mean? And I can't calm it down. And from doing so many lines of cocaine, so many different drugs back in the day, I've just fucked myself over. I really have. I've just fucked myself up completely. Oh, they're my fairy... Oh, that hurt. Ow. They're my fairy lights I bought. They're really nice, these are. Well, not fairy lights, but... well, they are fairy lights as well. They're lovely. I've got them all on my ceiling. They look lovely at night time, you know. I'm going to have to buy 20 more of these online, because these are... I can't tell you guys how fucking cool they look in a room. They really look amazing, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I nearly died in Resus. I just remember the whole of my life flashed by me, and I was just begging God to bring me back. I was just saying, God, please bring me back. Please bring me back. I just remember my heart racing so fast. My heart was racing to 167. My heart reached 175 beats per minute for 6.5 hours in Resus. Yeah. And I just remember it going... And no matter how hard I breathe, no matter how hard I try to breathe it in, no matter how hard I try to slow my breathing down, nope, wouldn't have any of it. Would not have any of it. I tried my hardest to slow my breathing down. Nope. Would not work. Was not fucking happening, bro. Was not happening.com. I tried my hardest to slow my breath down, but then what happened was I just remember going, because I could just feel myself going. I just thought, do you know what? I thought, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die. And then what happened was the nurse on the left of me could see that I was going, and I was in and out of consciousness because I was so busy trying to slow my heart down, which I couldn't fucking slow down because it was racing through the roof. But what these cunts had did to me at this gay chems party is that they had put methamphetamine, Tina and speed all in one slam. And I nearly died from that. I'm very, very lucky to be alive. And to those cunts that did that to me that are watching, I hope you die. I really do. Because gay men that have deliberately gone out of their way to do that to me, to take full advantage and try and rape me quite clearly. Yeah, that is when I left the gay scene behind years ago after that. After I got myself involved in the gay scene and especially drugs and stuff like that, I just thought, this is not working for me. This is not the life I want. Do you know what I mean? Every person in the universe now is half gay. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I'm a gay bloke, I've got a big dick. Do you know what I mean? Straight blokes now getting sucked off by fucking straight men. Straight men are getting sucked off by gay men behind their backs, behind the girlfriend's backs. Oh well. Can't moan, I'm doing the same with the guy that I'm with. So yeah, anyways, won't go into that. But I nearly died. And I'm just very grateful. I pray to God each day. Ever since I stopped taking drugs, I started taking like immune suppressants to help my nervous system calm down. I went to Holland and Barrett and I spent £128 on herbal remedies to get myself better. I got myself copper, I got myself zinc, I got myself all of these different tablets to take to try and help me combat my nerves. You know what I mean? I tried my hardest to... Oh God, he's hung. Not as hung as my boyfriend. No, I know he's not. Sorry. I saw a bulge flapping in the wind. Just like that. Boing. Yeah, but yours is bigger, Michelle. Yeah, I know it is. Oh, excuse me. I had too much weed the other night. I'm just, it's my new thing. My new therapy now is weed. I don't give a fuck if that's illegal or not. Might as well grow my own fucking weed factory in my house. Get high from that. No, I wouldn't do that. But no, I like weed now. Instead of drugs, I do weed. You know what I mean? Because weed ain't going to kill me. I mean, weed will give me fucking hallucinations and make me fucking high. Do you know what I mean? Bit like my old friend Matty Lucas from Norwich. Hi Matty Lucas. Lucas from Norwich, if you're watching, darling. He hates my guts, but you know, I hope you're well. He does drugs now and again. Because I noticed the change in my friend Matty Lucas after he obviously started taking drugs. I don't judge anyone, but he knew I used to take drugs, so I think he jumped on the bandwagon and tried some. Now he's addicted to them, and then I could notice the change in Matthew's behaviour. He was Matthew, I was Matthew, but like he was just very scatty. Like when I used to go around his and hang about with him and drink, he was just like that's what I used to be, like COPD. One of my friends that lives in Gala Shields, he thinks that I've got COPD because I'm very like, sometimes I get out of breath very easily. You know what I mean? I do. But touch wood. No, it's not my boyfriend's cock, unfortunately. Will be soon. Yeah. Basically, touch wood, I'm still here. And I have this machine. It cost me £98 from Boots, and it does an accurate measure of my art and stuff. Not in that one. we will do an accurate measure. But yeah, guys, honestly, if you're listening to this video, please like this video, because if it was for one more slam, I would not be here. No, I would not be here. And I tell you what woke me up, like I could actually feel, when you feel your heart racing so much and there's nothing you can do about it and you feel that pain, I never want to go through that pain again. Never in my life. You know what I mean? There was this actual other gay man as well that I went to the police over, because he actually tried to poison me. He did. There was this another gay man. I can't remember his name now because it's been a while, but he lives in Birmingham now with his boyfriend. Not going to say names for legal reasons, but he used to supply drugs to me, and I nearly died from the drugs that he was giving me, because they weren't drugs, it was like poison of some sort. So yeah, I was injecting myself with fucking poison, bruv. You know what I mean? Bear with me, guys, I need to go and get my battery from my remote control, darlings. Just using the batteries out of my microphones for my new big Bluetooth speaker that's behind me. Got 2 of them, I love them so much. Best investment I've made in a long while, my darlings. It really is. But they are a bit too loud and boomy for my flat, so in a couple of months' time, when I get some more money, I'm going to save up for a speaker system for the whole entire house. So I'll have a speaker in here, speaker in the hallway, speaker in the bedroom. A bit like an Amazon Alexa where you can put speakers everywhere. But instead of just having that blasting really loud for one room with one of those big speakers, I'm just going to have it dotted everywhere. Hopefully I'll make that tosser upstairs move out quicker. Hopefully. That's the plan. Oh, we need to... Is there one in there as well? There's not. Oh, I think there's still one in that one over there. Yeah, but honestly, guys, the panic attacks that drugs gives you, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, the high is fucking incredible. Some of the experiences that I got when I was high, having sex and taking drugs at the same time, was just incredible. And that's where a lot of the gay men die on the gay scene, because they will get themselves too high to the point where they can't deal with that particular substance that they're taking. And then before you know it, boom, they're dead because they've had poppers. They've had... Poppers are like really strong. It's like fucking white spirit that you just fucking sniff, do you know what I mean? Really, really strong. Once you've had one sniff of that, along with fucking drugs as well, that makes your blood pressure drop. Your heart's racing to obviously keep up with everything else that's going on. Do you know what I mean? It's just... Yeah. I mean, if you want a great big huge fucking rush, instead of taking drugs, nearly killing yourself, right? Because we all live once, yeah? We all live once. And from the experience that I've had as a gay man being on drugs, well, I'm not a gay man anymore. I'd say I'm more... I mean, I'm gay, yeah, but like, I'm not that gay anymore, do you know what I mean? My boyfriend will explain it to everyone one day when he's here with me in a video. But yeah, I'm into my scally, fit, straight, bisexual men, not gay men. Gay men don't do anything for me. You know what I mean? Michelle ain't interested. But yeah, just go to Thorpe Park. You know what I mean? You get a rush from that. You can go on a roller coaster. It's not going to kill you, is it? You can go on fucking Colossus at Thorpe Park. You go round and round and round and round. It's not going to fucking kill you, is it? Do you know what I mean? So if you want a high, instead of wasting £1,000, I know this woman that lives in... It'll come to me in a moment. Some particular place. I went to see this guy ages ago for a bit of fun. I'm not a slag, but I used to get about and have a bit of fun. You know what I mean? I'm always safe, wear condoms, I'm fine, right? My dick now says 9 inches, like my boyfriend says it's fucking huge. My boyfriend says my dick turns into a Tyrannosaurus Rex. It does, actually. I know. Shush, it's a bloody rude impertinent. So, yeah. Basically, yeah, if you want a rush, guys, just go to fucking Thorpe Park, bruv. Go to Thorpe Park. It's not going to kill you. You're going to have an amazing time. You're going to have an amazing day. And you can come back and you can tell everyone that great experience that you've had from going to Thorpe Park. Rather than dying. Do you know what I mean? So let's see what my blood pressure is today. Does everybody think my table's messy behind me? I do apologise, I think it's messy. I got my face mask to put on tonight. I've got 2 of these. Got that one. I got the other one. But yeah, there's this particular woman that I know. Well, I'm not going to say names for legal reasons. But she takes drugs. She spent £1,000 on some coke. That is disgusting. You do not do that. You do not play the system like that. People that play the system should be prosecuted. Do you know what I mean? That's not on. If it doesn't work, it's going out the window. I cannot stand my hair either. Cannot ever seem to get my hair right. My hair's just shit. And my hair's better than it used to be, but it just doesn't do much for me. Can't stand having hair. My hair was bald ages ago. Prefer my hair fucking bald, but I had 10 million lines of fucking dandruff in my hair. Do you know what I mean? Don't understand. Really don't. What's going on with it now? It doesn't want to work. The devil scratched it, and ever since I've got scratch marks on it from the devil, it just doesn't want to work. But she flew out at me. What the fuck is going on, bruv? Excuse me a minute when I get angry with my machine. Why isn't it working? It should work. Literally, it's got all these marks on it, guys. Literally, it was working fine before these marks. Look, I had mark just appear on it just there the other day. See what I mean? Don't understand it. I really don't understand it. If I give it a blowjob, I might come back to life. Oh, oops. Try again. Why is it not working? And now I fucked it up completely. I've actually fucked it now. I can actually feel the buttons have all gone fucking loose in it. There we are. It's working now. Whew. Yeah, but I've always had a problem ever since I've come off drugs, years on. Like literally my blood pressure, my systolic blood pressure is just like everywhere. This arm is fucking weaker than this other arm. You know what I mean? And I avoid carrying heavy things because whenever I carry heavy things, my heart just races all the time. Oh, here we are. Fucking hell. 117 systolic, 73 diastolic, 85 pulse with heart palpitations. See that? Now if I put it on the other arm, it'll be fine. Really strange. Watch this arm will be fine. Fingers crossed. I got my boyfriend now to look after me and nurse me better. He keeps me happy and keeps me sane. He does. I cannot wait to see him. I'm going to jump into his arms at the train station. He's even said the same. But yeah, the shit I've been through, guys, with drugs as well. Psychosis. I had underlying mental psychosis of unknown origin. I've had that ever since I've been a child. But I also had severe drug-induced psychosis for years. Honestly, I would not wish that on my worst enemy. $61 diastolic. Okay, now. That's low. That is low. But then I feel stupid because if I have too much water, basically it makes me go funny and I feel tight-chested and shit like that. But then the guy was saying to me a few days ago on Facebook, he was like, it's good that you feel tight-chested because that means you've got enough water in you. Don't think so. So 115 systolic, 61 diastolic, 96 pulse. I'm going to pop me cakes one day, and pop me cakes. Yeah. But I'm still here, guys, touch wood. And please don't ever touch drugs. It's just not worth it. It's not worth your life. You know what I mean? Thanks for watching, guys. And, yeah. Don't take MCAT. Don't take coke. Don't take methamphetamine. It's not worth it. The psychosis that it can put you through is enough to kill you. The psychotic term, literally, it made me go so psychotic. People used to be scared of me. Actually, some people still are scared of me. Well, my boyfriend ain't, but I just used to have a funny turn on drugs. There's this guy, when I was high with him, actually ran out of the room. Yeah, literally. You just get high, you get too high, and then you just go psychotic, and you get to the point where you can't feel yourself in your body, you can't feel your spirit. And that's what drugs does to you. If you've got yourself that fucked up in the head and that high from drugs, and you actually can't feel yourself or feel yourself in your own skin, right? Then you know you fucked yourself up. You've gone too far. But unfortunately, it's too late. You can't do anything about that. You can get therapy. You can get all the therapy in the world, but it's not going to make you better. You know what I mean? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. That is story time when I nearly died. Like this video if you like this video. If you don't, and thanks for watching. That's the story time when I nearly died in Resus.